I apologize for the sound being a little bit different, but it's kind of a Murphy's Law kind of day here. So we're improvising on a lot of the tech setup, so we'll do our best to get a good show out to you. Right now, your Polar Bears taking on the Atlantic Coast Academy in the final game at the NGHL Dog Days Showcase. Both teams undefeated up until now. It's going to change for one of them. Also, both teams acting like a buzzsaw for every team that they've played. That will likely indicate either more of the same, so we could have a fireworks show, or maybe this is just going to end up being a very low-scoring affair. That's my prediction anyway. We'll see what happens. Starting lineup for your Polar Bears is Dunai and Bishop as the blue liners. Also Malay, Curtis, and Cullen up front. And here we go. Early goings in favor of Coasts. Deflected away. Malay will get chased for a moment. Bears opting for a line change. Out comes Lanham. Wasson. Chase on. Shot into the glove. Katie Epke, by the way, is your goalkeeper for the day. Random on the move. Coasts has it, passes it off to their defenseman in the circle. Simon wanted to get it forward to Chase on. Random heads back to the bench. On comes Peterson. Chase on. We'll send that long. Caramonte out, trips, picked off as she tried to get the pass to one of her wingers. I'm going to come back. Azarone now. Peterson sends it to Caramonte. Caramonte on the backhand. Peterson comes up with it, takes the shot, and sends it in! Polar Bears take the lead. That goal from Abigail Peterson, set up by Maddie Caramonte. Azarone wanted to get one out. Pass set up. Didn't go quite the way they wanted it to. Azeron and Claremonte come back to the bench. Vigano is there, and Coast took a spill. Vigano going to the box. We'll see what the call is. Call is for tripping. Larrabee moving forward. Cullen sent it all the way back. Not sure what the stoppage of play was for. Cullen wanted to get there. Larrabee. That'll be Shao on the move. Coming back to Bishop, covered by Epke. Puck almost made it to Epke, just stayed outside the paint. Coast, point to point. Curtis there to force a decision. Epke stands strong, makes the next save. 32 seconds left in the penalty with 10:44 in the period. And if you believe the scoreboard, it's 42 shots on goal for Coast. I think they messed it up. It's supposed to be 32 in the box, and whoever the scorekeeper is put it on the shots. Smile and nod, right? Malay blocks that shot from the point, gets a cheer from her bench. Back high, another block by Malay. Blocked by Curtis. Curtis, harassing, manages to wrest control of the puck, and Malay will send that long. So, Bears fight off the power play. We'll have Lanham and Chase on that with Curtis. Lanham takes it. Lanham gets tricked. Apologies for the focus on the camera. I think what's happening is with the black netting, the camera that I'm using right now, it's not my normal camera. The camera's focusing on the netting and not the play on the ice, but hopefully at least you can see the contours of the play. And as always, the goal is better than Life Barn. Peterson has it. Looks. Finds Murray. Murray taking a line on defense, apparently. Claremonte digs it out. to center. Center ice, literally. Gets blocked. Chase on. We'll take it on the move. Coast picked off by Curtis. Curtis now. Curtis. Saucer pass forward to Malay. Malay takes a shot. Gets it! Riley Malay puts number 2 up on the board for the Polar Bears. Now back to center ice. Oop. Little mistake by the Coast player. We're gonna move that forward. Trying to delay whatever Coast had planned for the time. D9, a board battle. Someone getting an elbow full. Logano. Murray was stretching, trying to keep from being offside. Offside again. Moves it deep into the zone. Chase on. Vanna taking down the Coast player. Wasson looking for an outlet, saucers it, finds Larrabee. Larrabee, shot. And Chason will be sent down to the ice unceremoniously, but will not pull the penalty for it. So, there you go. Caramonte on the face-off. By the way, if the research department is to be believed, and I've seen no reason why not to believe the research department, then number 24 for Coast is on the U18 Norwegian national team, Miriam Ellen Tustudvig. And we have yet to see 91 on the ice. She is on the Japanese national team. She, along with Abby Peterson, have the most goals in dog days. Peterson to Caramonte. Caramonte back to Simon. Simon to Azeron. Azeron to Peterson. Peterson has one behind. 2 in front. Takes a shot. Just goes a little bit over. Hoping for a floater. Maybe come down over the goalie's shoulder. Azeron takes a shot into the glove. Never mind, 91 is now on the ice. Cullen. Here comes 91 now. Shot is blocked. Another one came. Epke makes the stop. Block by Curtis. That'll go around the rim. Logano. Post to look for a billiard style chip off the boards. Murray's going to cut a call on that one, but you never want to see a player go down. Bears will have a minute and a half to kill off. 2-goal lead, 4:25 in the first. Shot high. First one to go past Epke. Clangs off the post. Logano gets that over the line. Twisted wanted to go around, look for a pass. Went out to the point. Coast, two top scorers out on the ice right now in 24 and 91. Logano will send that up and over and fall down. But gets it across the blue. Will drag. Shot. That one goes in. School chums cheering them on. Atlantic Coast Academy, by the way, is one of the hockey academies in the model of Naha, Bishop Kearney, Lowell Academy, that sort of thing. So they have a combined club and school schedule that they play. Most of the girls in the Polar Bears organizations are doing the split season club and prep school. Coast hoping to capitalize on the momentum off the power play. Lanham had a chance after a couple passes. Caramonte coming up and harassing. Caramonte, get that up the side to Azeron. Azeron takes a shot from center. And that'll be offside. Peterson picks it off. to Caramonte. Caramonte through the circle, backhanded drag, wanted to get it to Azeron, doesn't that time. Surely they will connect again as they have before. Peterson. Peterson to Simon. Simon. Larrabee dodges, weaves, wanted to get a pass, and we're going to get a call for something. Roughing. But on who? Oh, that's going to be on Coast. So, Curtis taking the turn at defenseman. Bishop, Caramonte, back to Bishop. Bishop fires. Peterson got the tip, but it didn't go in. That'll go long. Just a reminder, no icing on special teams. Bishop goes up in the air. Caramonte will have it. Over to Peterson, takes an awkward bounce. Polar Bears trying to get the puck back is 24. Ooh, nice shot into the glove. We'll have the face-off down on this end. 42 seconds left in the power play, by the way. And a minute, well, 59.8 seconds if one wants to be precise, left in the period. Caramonte centering out with Murray and Cullen. Curtis still on defense. Chason also on defense. You got 5 forwards out there. Cullen almost took out the official. Caramonte, high center. Murray to Caramonte. Caramonte off to Chason. Chason takes a shot, is blocked, ends up with Murray. Murray looking for a pass, finds it, and Caramonte off her skate. Blocked, shot. Oh, almost went in that time. Closest the Bears have gotten in this power play yet. Picked off. Caramonte had a piece of it, gets across the blue line. 18 seconds, penalty's over. Coast finds an open player, and it's going to be Ellie Larrabee. And that one goes in. So my prediction that this was either going to be a fireworks display or a low-scoring affair, I think we've got a fireworks display. And that'll bring the first period to a close. We'll see you back in a moment. Welcome back. Second period, 2 goals apiece on the board for each team. 30 minutes left in what is now a very exciting game. Simon. Larrabee. Pass forward to Chason. Chason across the red, across the blue. Sends it toward the net. That'll be Simon. Wanted to get it back to Chason. Picked off by 83, who I believe was the previous scorer. Blocked by Larrabee. And that'll be offside. Malay. Had it for a moment, hacking at it. Picked up by Curtis. Curtis. Over to Dunai. Peterson, I think, had a piece of it on the tip-in. Someone's going to get called for, it's going to be Riley Malay for roughing. Back on her feet. Not necessarily leaving under her own power. Trying to move that forward. Azarone on the move. And that'll be offside. Azarone on the hunt. Azarone manages to keep it in the zone for a while. Coast seems uncertain. Poked away by Bishop before it gets to number 91. Ito. Post now looking to get set up in the Bears zone. Tight coverage by Dunai. And a little slap by Azarone will send the puck into the bench. 35 seconds left in the power play. Peterson will be out with Simon, Larrabee, and Vigano. Looks like Vagano's taking the face off. Simon will send that outside the zone. Peterson got a piece of it for a moment. Coast had to escape.
Backhanded pass from 77 goes to Vagano. Larrabee, speed demon that she is. Larrabee the Learjet. Gets it to Vagano. Oh, Vagano almost was there. Back at full strength. Murray. Near Shaw. Here comes number 24. Loses it for a moment. Bishop. Has it, Vagano. Forward to Shaw. A dodge and a weave. Blocked by Bishop. Second shot off of Epke. Shaw, not timid at all. Goes right into the corner. The shot. Epke gets it to Murray. Murray to almost to Vagano. That'll go into the corner. 10:55 now. Murray. To Vagano. Vagano. Backhand toward the net. To be Dunai. Bishop, I don't know if that hit Epke or not, but she was ready for it. I'm going to say it's a save, just because. Why not? Chase on. Pass across to the empty ice. Murray wins the race, gets it across the blue line, pokes it forward. Chase on from 12. Shot. And it goes in! Piper Chason on her own rebound. Makes it 3 for the Polar Bears. So Chase on Lanham Wasson out with Simon and Larrabee. Lanham intercepts the pass. Woo! Larrabee sent unkindly into the boards. Come high on the blue line, blocked by Chason. That'll get across the blue line. Coast will have to retreat. Larrabee. Lanham. Blocked by Larrabee. Chase on. Lanham. Forward, intended for Wasson. Wasson picks it up behind the net. Bishop. Bears tag up. 8:46. Out is Curtis. And Bears are going to get a penalty on 24. Malay trips on center ice. It's just to get it back. Curtis toward Vagano. Vagano gets a piece of it, makes it back to the goalie, so it won't be an icing, but still a heads-up play. Malay, Cullen, cross to Dunai, back to Malay. Malay finds Curtis. Curtis on the shot. Still 48 seconds left. Polar Bears doing the regular mid-game change. So each goalie gets about equal time during the showcase, which is what showcases are for. Dunai, back to Curtis. Curtis looks across, finds Malay on the backhand. Malay chips to Cullen. Cullen, hard pass, I think wanted to hit Vagano. Curtis has it. Curtis to Malay. Malay makes it to Cullen. Vagano was there too. Curtis. Curtis, low shot into the paint. Curtis to Larrabee. Larrabee, good hard pass to Malay. Back to Curtis, catches on the foot. Sends it in! Jane Curtis makes it 4. What makes this team so fun to watch is that they don't score one way. They score a number of different ways. On the power play, at even strength, 5-on-3 even, from a number of different players. Peterson, forward to Azeron. Azeron's got space. Takes the shot. Loose. Larrabee was there. She'll come back. Not before the blue line, but she gets possession. Forward to Peterson. Larrabee does. Peterson looks low. Finds her own rebound. Just goes up and over. Loose in front. Peterson gets sent down and covered. Gets it anyway to Azeron. Peterson slow to get up. That makes 4 in the tournament for Azeron. Larrabee. Peterson. Peterson. Forward intended for. Oh, loose again. Larrabee. Peterson. Peterson continuing to kick it forward. To Caramonte to Azeron. This line feeling it. Caramonte sends her player onto the board. That'll go up and over. Bishop blocked. Vigano over to Murray. Murray back to Vigano. Wanted to find Shao. Did. I think the shot was stopped or saved. Shao getting feisty. Gets it off the boards, gets it to Murray. Murray on the backhand sauce over to... Oh, there we go. Bishop. Bishop dodging around one. Shot low. Murray wanted it. Took the shot off the rebound. Back to Shao. Shao back to Murray. Murray looks for an opportunity. Sends it to Bishop, who is low. Vigano. Coast's not appreciating the fact that they're losing 5-2. Such a gentle game, hockey. Lanham. Shot. Bishop sends her player down. Coast looking to get set up. Bishop denies it. Dunai, Lanham. That'll go out. No icing call. There wasn't enough energy anyway. Coast responds. So as I said, fireworks. Three minutes and 33 seconds. Riley Millay on the shot into the glove. Curtis. She should get the benefit of the hooking call. Oh, they're going to call it coincidental, I think. Hooking and holding the call. Coincidental. The other players still on the ice.
back up. Play will resume. Malay. Larrabee on the backhand. Larrabee. Malay. No. Murray. Larrabee. Larrabee will pick up her own block shot, send it back to the corner. There's Murray behind the net. Malay pokes it away. Backhanded pass from 91 to 24. Murray gets the better end of that exchange. Larrabee, 88 from the point, blocked by Malay. That's at least the third or fourth block shot by Riley Malay of this game. Probably more because I haven't been carefully keeping track of it. Murray, Peterson. Peterson now has one coming up. Takes a shot, it's blocked. Two on three. Shot, nice and strong, and into the glove of Gracie Kepler. 1 minute 50 seconds left in the second period. Peterson manages to keep it going for a moment. Another chance. Kepler goes up and over. Peterson slides in, gets out of the way. What a save by Kepler. What a save. Up to Peterson. Peterson tries to get around one, gets pushed down. Not going to get a call for it. Back to Dunai. Dunai will send that long. Simon. Forward. 10 for Azarone. Back to Simon.
Here's the skates. Gets it over the line. 25 seconds now. Here's Simon. Simon intended to go forward to Vigano. Vigano tries to kick it. Good heads-up play. Just a little covered. Larrabee coming in. Takes it away. Simon, good back check by the Bears. 7 seconds. Here comes Murray. She's got time. Takes it and gets it! Number 6 for the Polar Bears comes from Hannah Murray. Harper. Why did I call her Hannah? Harper Murray. Goodness gracious me. There we go. Harper, if you're watching this back later, I apologize for screwing up your name. 6-3 in favor of the Bears going into the third period. So everything's a multiple of 3. You're going into the third, one team has 3, the other team has 6. See you back in a minute. Welcome back. Got ourselves, like I said, quite a fireworks display. There's Malay in the corner. Malay wants to get it to Curtis. And it's coming back. Bishop, shot, saved by Kepler. Camera work this period brought to you by Lydia Peterson. Dodge around one, second one. Bishop, physical. Malay will get that across the blue line. That'll come back. Bishop. Bishop intended to get that long. That'd be Simon.
Learjet Larrabee coming up. Poked away at the last second. Simon on the back end covering that from Ellie to Ellie. Chase on now with it. Chase on. Shot. Lanham was there. Back to Chase on. Larrabee. Shot. Blocked by Lanham. Looks like it hit on the back of the arm. That one's gonna hurt. Larrabee does not exactly have a gentle shot. Larrabee. Forward to Caramonte. Caramonte. Shot. Almost got to Peterson. That'll go up and over into the net. Looks like Lanham took the puck to the arm or something to the arm. They're checking her wrist. She seems to be okay. Caught up in the feet of the official. Peterson wanted to stop that. Wind up and the pitch. Kepler makes the stop. 24, remember 25. Anticipated contact. Azeron. Forward to Peterson. Peterson wanted to get it through. She's forced off, and that'll go up and over. Murray has it in the board battle. That's Harper. Murray. Harper. There you go. Larrabee shot, and it's loose and covered. Here comes Coast. Coast opting to dump the puck. Larrabee will have it. Simon ends up back on the point, just barely on the blue line. Simon. Vagano. Shaw. Nice tight curl right on the blue line. That puck will come back over. Ends up with Dunai. Dunai sends it deep. 11 minutes now. Simon keeps it away. Shaw. Little dodge, will fake. Gets it to the circle. Picked up by Vagano. Vagano has it on the backhand. Gets sent into the boards. Coast players shoving people down. Apparently USA Hockey opting for more physicality at the 19U level to more closely mimic college, which is anticipated at some point relatively soon to adopt the same physical contact policy as the PWHL. .10:28 remaining in the game. Bishop to Malay. Malay to Cullen. Cullen back to Curtis. Curtis on the shot. Loose change. How did that not go in for Mabel Cullen? What a save.
Denai gets the physical position. Post has the follow-up. Denai makes the block. Curtis. Forward to Malay. Dodging, weaving, ultimately poked away. Picked up, nope. Denai has it. Denai to Malay. Malay, excellent pass to Cullen. Cullen opting to go deep and ultimately into the glove. Gets time for the line change. Coast keeps it going. No, that's Wasson. Got confused by the 9. Landon Miz back out on the ice. That's good. Wasson. Larrabee. Lanham has it. Lanham getting the better end of that exchange with 96. Puck loose around 24, comes across the blue line. Wasson getting sent in, and that will get a hand up. Wasson seems none the worse for wear. And 24 will go back to the box. I think it's for roughing. Caramonte in the face-off with 8:26. And the Bears on the power play. Peterson will have it. Sends it back to Bishop. Bishop takes the shot. So once they're in the zone, you don't really need to go that far. Bishop. Patient. Shot. Loose in front. Azarone flies into the other player, and that one's gonna come back. So we'll have 4-on-4. So 4-on-4 for 55 seconds. Pagano has the puck, curls, looks, finds an outlet in Caramonte. Pagano. Up around the circle, Peterson waiting high as the outlet. Pagano takes a shot, ends up back with a Peterson. Also going high. Caramonte has it. Caramonte has the puck. Peterson has the opportunity, gets it across, well, tries to get it across to Pagano. Has it on her own, across the blue. Dodges around one, just a little too strong that time, back to Pagano. Wind up, off to the right-hand side. Larrabee. Oh, Caramonte, nice dodge work. Flash of the glove stops the play. Caramonte's on the shot, though. 19 seconds left in the Coast power play with 6:39 left in the game. Here comes Malay.
to Larrabee. Larrabee. By the way, penalty's over. Larrabee with speed. Across the red, across the blue. Feet moving. Shot. Simon has it. Shao. Simon in the board battle. Harper Murray there. And everybody's getting a little feisty. 5:37. 24, another call coming against her. Roughing. Murray liked that. Lloyd switching out the defenseman, bringing out Vagano and Dunai. Vagano lining up as a forward. Back to Malay. Malay to Curtis. Curtis to Deny. Deny just loses it for a second. Denai's going to be called for tripping. I'm not sure how, but okay. Face-offs over here, you go. Off to the side. Four on four, more likely to result in a higher score. Kepler denies it. .91 on the face-off. Face-off won by the Polar Bears. Larrabee chips it out and long. That'll be Ali Wasson on the chase down. Piper chase on. Oh, pass across and blocked. Larrabee finds Chase on the backhanded sauce. Azeron denies it. Azeron will be out with Lanham. Looks like Lloyd's keeping Peterson and Caramonte together. Azeron and Lanham. Lanham will take the face-off out with Simon and Larrabee. Bears will have to fight out the power play for a few seconds. 14 of them to be exact. Larrabee almost gets tripped. One wonders if she should have fallen anyway. Azeron out. Penalty's over. Bishop. Bishop gets tripped. Over to Lanham. Bishop's going to get the call. There it is. Peterson has it, sends it back to Bishop. Bishop. Caramonte wanted that. Caramonte looks to Peterson. Peterson covered over and needs to get it. Peterson makes the change, drops it to Azarone. Azarone will send it over to Bishop. Bishop will take the shot. That'll bounce up and over. Caramonte has it. 3 minutes now, with 1 minute left in the power play for the Polar Bears. That gets past a lot of people. Here comes Bishop. Bishop, patient. Almost walking it in. Azarone. That'll go up into the netting. Simon. Sorry, that's not Simon, that's Larrabee. Millay to Curtis. Curtis almost gets it, almost sneaks it from the low angle. Millay. Curtis. Now at 2 minutes and the penalty's over. Larrabee. Millay. Back to Curtis. Curtis. Poked away, and here comes Coast. 144. Larrabee keeps that from turning into anything, continues to shadow her player. Shot, and away. Cullen sends her player into the boards, it ends up with Larrabee. Larrabee will chip it over to Murray. Murray wanted to get that up and over, doesn't. That's not a tripping call, that's playing the puck. Murray had it, set up, blocked by Millay. One minute now. Across the blue line. Cullen pokes it away. 83's got a strong shot. Cullen makes the block. Chason. Chason has a chance at it. Takes the shot. It's low, but it goes in! Second of the game for Piper Chason. Not sure if you caught it on the camera, but as she skates past the coach bench, Piper Chason puts her finger up to her mouth as if to silence the crowd. I love it. I could be wrong, but she was pretty sure I saw what I saw, and yeah, I like it. Lanham. Chason on the shot, stopped by the keeper. 14 seconds left in what now feels like an inevitable 4-goal game. Lawson back to Simon. Simon shot loose. Lanham gets it in. I'm sorry, a 5-goal game. That one from Lanham.
Look, now that's about 6 minutes to win. That was Italians.
Simon. And that's the game, folks. So, Polar Bears go undefeated through dog days. We have an excellent team result, all around good work. Some of the top point earners in the tournament are Polar Bears, including, right now I believe, the top point earner, barring results of other games, Abby Peterson. Polar Bears also blanks the goal leader, number 91, for Coast. Peterson, with her 8th goal of the tournament, tied her. Good showings all around from every single player. Everybody's name got called. All good effort. There's a lot to like of what we're seeing as the Polar Bears look to defend their national championship. That's the last game of the weekend for us. We'll see you back next weekend as Polar Bears head up to Naha, south of Boston. Meantime, take care. Have a great week. See you around.